time is running out. Can I actually do this? Today we are at Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. As a solo traveler, we are going to try to do all of the single ride rides today. We're here in the late afternoon. Park is closing, well, at least Disney California Adventure is closing in about 5-6 hours. They have the most single rider lanes, so we're going to try to catch them all and show you what they are. I think the first ride we're going to do is Grizzly Peak Run, which I've never done before. I'm not a huge water ride person, so this will be very interesting. They do have a single rider, so I mean, I guess my way out is that if the single rider is not open, maybe I'm not trying it. Oops. We're gonna head over that way, test it out, and give you an idea what the single rider looks like. Here we are. This is the Grand Californian. Obviously, they have their private entrance to DCA, and yeah, we are here at the Grizzly Peak Run. The Grizzly River Run, excuse me. Yeah, never done this before, so this will be my very first time. Looks like it's got a bit of a crowd going, I guess. So yeah, that would make sense because it's kind of a warm day here. So yeah, maybe let us check out to see if the single rider lane is open. Oh my goodness, that is the lightning lane, and looks like the standby is about 15 minutes. And let's see if the single rider lane is open. For single riders, you get one of these. It's one of these single rider passes. It tells you all the rules and everything. Doesn't guarantee immediate boarding. There is a height limit. It looks like you have to be at least 42 inches. I see the single rider entrance, which is literally up the stairs. And I guess it's the exit queue for the regular rider. So we're gonna head up there and figure this out. Well, you know, again, not a huge fan of water rides in general, but I mean, if you look at the regular guests, it's, yeah, people are pretty soaked. Oh gosh, I'm a little scared for this whole situation. So I guess we'll find out. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. What am I getting myself into? But we're knocking this out first, and so hopefully we'll have a little bit of time to dry out. That's what it looks like coming out of it. And you know, as single riders, we happen to be by the exit queue, so we have the pleasure of looking at other people getting off the ride that is full of water. Well, okay, I just finished Grizzly River Run. That wasn't super bad. It's a rotating one of those rapid rides, so you don't really know if you get in the wrong position and that you're gonna get super wet. I was a single rider and I got to crash a party of a family, and they were incredibly generous. And then you get to meet some lovely people as a single rider. So that's one of the benefits. We're gonna keep going. Shoes are a little wet, so maybe throughout the evening we'll dry off. So the next one, I think we're gonna go to Soarin Over the World next. Looks like the Soarin single rider is not up and running at the moment. So from the future here, I figured I owe you the Soarin Over the World single rider experience. So yeah, I came back just for you. So basically, this one it's interesting. This one has a marked single rider lane, but I think they just had me talk to a cast member at the main entrance, and then what they do is they gave you this single rider card, and they kind of just send you along the way inside, and you know, they basically said that, you know, the wait time could vary. It could be longer, it could be shorter. Really don't know, depending on, you know, the number of guests that are already in the queue. So yeah, we're waiting at the sort of the second checkpoint. So we passed by a couple as I've shown you. So yeah, like this one I guess, you know, you just go and talk to them, and sometimes it's not open, like the one like when I did it first time, it wasn't open. So definitely check this cast member to see if it's available. I guess I'm in. So what they did was they paired me with another family. They had 9 in the party, so they just slotted me in. So I guess that's how they do it. And so they'll let leading party to kind of add one more person to their party. So this lovely family, just basically they had 9, and then they just told the cast member as we were walking down the queue that we had 10. So it's 9 plus 1. So that's how I guess single rider works here in Soarin. Actually, single rider worked out really well for Soarin' Over the World. Got in, got out pretty quickly. Weirdly enough, this is the first time I've ever seen Soarin' Over the World in Disneyland. I thought they were exactly the same as the one in Epcot, but actually no. This one, as you swooped in over Disneyland, which is a really nice touch. A single rider, I guess you really don't get to pick the seat. So for Soarin', unanimously, B2 is the best seat in the house. Yeah, fun ride. Single rider worked out, so there you have it. That's how single rider works in Soarin'. Let's see, maybe we'll head to Radiator Springs, since we're heading that way in any case, to check that out. But yeah, so some of the single rider lanes are more established, and the other ones may be a little bit more sporadic. So you just have to kind of like go up and ask the cast members. Worst case scenarios, they say no. So we'll see. So okay, let's see if let's go by way of the Hyperion Theater to check out Avengers Campus to see if maybe we'll do WEB Slingers. WEB Slingers should be pretty good. All right. All right, here we go. Single rider. So this one is posting at, I believe, 40 minutes. And yeah, we're doing a single rider. Okay, so the single riders are going to the right, whereas the non-single rider guests going to the left. We're going to pick up our visor, and yeah, for single riders, for WEB Slingers, you get to sort of skip some of the queue stuff. It's kind of like the locker room, and yeah, but I mean, you just want to get on the ride. This is a good option for sure, because we're going to meet up with the guests over here. This is where the single riders are assembling. Well, rides do break down. We're going to be issued a redemption pass for later. Looks like WEB Slingers is indefinitely down right now. I made it all the way to the end of the queue, but it happens. So you just have to just pack your patient pants and they'll take care of you. Either way, single rider is still a really viable option. The redemption pass, they just tap my magic band. I think it works not only at WEB Slingers, but it actually works elsewhere, but I don't think it works as an individual lightning lane a la carte selection. But let's head over to Cars Land. We can go and check out Radiator Springs. That one is also a very popular ride. That one is an individual lightning lane, which means that it's not part of the Genie Plus, so you're gonna have to purchase that separately. That one does have a single rider lane, which Mike and I have used a lot previously. We're at Radiator Springs Racers and posting at a 75-minute standby. They also have the individual lightning lane, which you have to purchase separately. So we're gonna go on over to the single rider lane. Okay. It must be a pretty busy day because usually we are way ahead, but today we are sort of back here by the fountain, by the springs. So I'm gonna try to clock it. That's been about 5 minutes. Let's see how long it's gonna take for a single rider. Keep in mind, standby is 75 minutes. So, and we are boarding the right vehicle after, that was like 20 minutes. So that's not bad at all. So I think we have a couple more single riders that are still in DCA to try, and park closing is in about 3.5 hours. We're doing pretty well here, so let's head on over to Pixar Pier and check out Incredicoaster. There is a separate single rider line, which is, if you see the sign back there, or up there, this is it. This is the single rider. It's not so bad. Usually the single rider is way busier. So here's your ride. And oh wow, that looks pretty busy. A single rider, they can't really guarantee when you can get on, but generally speaking, it's typically shorter than the standby. This one's a little bit more complicated to get on the ride, so I will show you how this one works. Okay, so everybody gets this single rider pass, and I think we're gonna have to go up the stairs somehow across the path. So we may have to ride the escalator up and across the little overpass to go over to the ride. So, but yeah, I mean, that was maybe 20, 25 minutes. Still, I think it's still faster than the regular line. So the team member just let us know that you hang on to your little single rider ticket and they'll let you kind of through the queue, and we're in the elevator. And okay, we're off the elevator, and I guess everybody's in this little bullpen area by the ride vehicle, and we're debating calls. They collected your ticket and you're on. So that took about 25 minutes, maybe, not even that. So definitely worth the little bit of the meandering of the single riders. So here we go. I think I got row 11 towards the back of the train, so always love that. So we're gonna head our way over to Goofy's Flight School. We just finished Incredicoaster. The single rider was a little bit more complicated than the other ones. I think That one, obviously, you're gonna have to go up and over and down. It still beats having to wait in line or having to pay for a Genie Plus, in my opinion. Who knew Goofy Flight School also has a single rider? I don't know, it's actually pretty scary in my opinion. So, you know, when you're up high and you're kind of swung around with nothing underneath, it can be a little bit shocking. Standby is at 40 minutes, and there's also Genie Plus Lightning Lane, and yeah, it looks like there is a single rider lane. So let's see how this one shapes up. Reason why I don't really typically ride that ride. Definitely not smooth, but yeah, single rider was about 20 minutes, not too bad at all. So we're pretty much done here as far as the ones that we have attempted. DCA is just back there, and we are crossing the little plaza area to head on over to Disneyland. And that's it. We are through the turnstile and we are now in Disneyland. Halloween stuff is out. Look at the pumpkin Mickey Halloween bubble wand and little lit up necklaces. There's 3 rides that have single riders here in Disneyland. In fact, not a lot of rides here even have Genie Pluses. A lot of the, most of the classic dark rides don't have it. I think we're gonna try to do Matterhorn first. That one, you almost need a back adjustment after that. So I think I just wanna get that one out of the way. Oh, there is this is single rider sign, and it's pointing to the right. So that's where we're heading. We're at the single rider lane. This one also has a clearly marked single rider lane, so it looks pretty normal. The regular line is pretty busy, and then this one also has a Genie Plus. So yeah, we'll see. We'll clock it and see if this one, how long is that approximately the single rider is going to take. Finally, that took a while. Matterhorn single rider. Probably wouldn't recommend. That took almost as long as the regular line. They're just letting people go in, and they're calling parties of 2 rather than single riders. So I don't know. That one, yeah, it's just you might as well just sit with your party. That's what I would say. We're gonna head to Galaxy's Edge. If you're a single rider, kiss your pilot license goodbye. They're not gonna let you do that. Likely you're gonna become likely you're gonna be an engineer, which I don't mind. I like the engineering post. So yeah, that's where we're gonna head next before we call it a day. So let's see. Looks like standby is 30 minutes, which is, yeah, that's not that bad at all. But we're gonna test out the single rider anyways. So that's what we came here to do, and that's what we're gonna do. Okay. And yep, very clearly marked single rider, and here we go. Same folks over there, regular standby queue, and all the way to the left, we've got single rider. Wow, we even have our special little corridor here. That's awesome. Let's see what this bypass is. Because usually single rider, they'll bypass a lot of the queue and stuff. So this is kind of like the back way. This is kind of cool. Kind of reminds me, kind of gives me a little bit of Star Cruiser vibe. with the, the cabins and the doors over there in the corridor. I guess we're going up. Oh, cast member hasn't told me that I've gone the wrong way, so that's always a good sign. How interesting. Yeah, I've actually never done single rider for smugglers, so. Wow, already here. How cool. All right. Sweet. Oh, I guess we should follow our crew, huh? So cool. Yeah. We have a crew of 4. We have 2 pilots, 1 gunner, 1 engineer. I'm taking the engineer spot. I like pushing buttons and toggling, so that's what I prefer over the gunner. Pilots would be great, but as single riders, you can't choose to be pilots. So that's okay. I'll take engineer.
A brand new flight crew. Good luck to you all. You might need it. Today's flight takes you to the planet Corellia. You will be intercepting a first order train shipment of coaxium.
Yes, coaxium. Okay, so Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run, I think single rider for that one is definitely worth it if you don't want to do pilots. So if you want to settle for gunner or engineer, it's going to get you on super fast. Obviously, you're going to miss the whole entire pre-show and a bunch of the queue stuff. So if you don't mind missing that, if you've done that before, if you've seen Hondo's whole spiel, whether or not it's the animatronic or Plan B, which is him, on the screen. Totally, that's so easy. You don't need to waste a Genie Plus on that if you don't want to. So yeah, looks like Space Mountain is back up and running, so that will be hopefully the last ride for the evening, and that one also has a single rider, so we're gonna check that out. So far, yeah, Matterhorn, that one, not sure if it's all that worth it. But anyway, okay, we are leaving Batu and off to Tomorrowland. Just like Soarin Over the World, Space Mountain single rider is currently closed. Right, Jen from the future here. I think I still owe you single rider from Space Mountain. So the single rider entrance is actually the exit of the queue. So I'm not going the wrong way. I'm just going into the single rider queue here. All right, single rider is open. Let's go. Yep, so just follow the single rider signs and we are popping out already. We were handed another single rider pass, so we are sticking to the right-hand side of the lane, and we are moving. Okay, so there's a divider. All right, we are almost at the queue, and here it is. That basically took no time at all. It's probably less than 5 minutes. There's really no queue to skip in Space Mountain. They open single rider at noon. I would highly recommend it. So that's it. That is Space Mountain for you. Now back to the present. All right, well, thank you so much for following along today. Hopefully you found this single rider day to be somewhat helpful. If you like my content, please make sure you hit that like button and turn on the notification so you don't miss my future videos. Subscribe to my channel to help grow our community. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.